Hello and welcome to another video with Archbeaten, and today I'll be discussing my opinions on Minecon Live that just ended a few minutes ago. But first, really quickly, let's go over a summary of what they announced at Minecon Live in 2019. Alright, first off, the winning biome is the mountains. That's great, and I agree that that's a good option because it changes the most, though people might not have thought it did, but it actually changes the entire generation of the biome itself, which is a lot bigger than just adding tumbleweeds or, say, different kinds of snow. I think the biggest option here was definitely the different generation itself. The second thing, Minecraft Earth is incoming. That's not really that big of an announcement. Same with Minecraft Dungeons, there was just a new trailer. Oh, also, while I was watching this, I got really big Hobbit intro vibes.
It was a time of great adventure.
It began with the forging of the Great Ring.
And I was wondering if anyone else got that. Just let me know in the comments. There's going to be a Minecraft festival next year, which is kind of how they did it in the past with Minecon, how it was a live place that people could go to. They're going to be releasing a board game for Minecraft. That's kind of interesting, but I don't think one of the big announcements. Alright, here's another thing. They are adding honey blocks, and those are going to work similar to slime blocks, but not bounce you, but in all other ways it's similar. Oh, and also it can move along players and mobs, so that's very interesting. Creator tools, that's just some scripting things that were in the pipeline and we already knew about. Realms Plus, this was a pretty big surprise because they're moving more into paid features for Bedrock Edition, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I primarily play on the Java Edition, and suffice it to say, that's where I'm gonna stay. Character Creator and Bedrock Capes, that was already in beta, so nothing new there. The Nether update, that was very, very interesting. I doubt anyone saw this coming. We were all screaming cave update. Pretty much the whole world was screaming that, and no one ever thought they would do the Nether update. I mean, it was sure in some people's minds, but me personally, I expected Mojang to listen to the larger outcry for cave updates. But yeah, some very interesting things here. Soul Sand Valleys, Netherwart Forest, and a blue variant of that as well. But this does open up the option for a cave update because they have been experimenting with biomes in different places that you wouldn't expect. And some of you might not know this, but in some recent snapshots for the Java edition, there have been some background changes to biomes where they've now allowed 3D generation of biomes. So previously how it worked was you could only have two-dimensional biomes, but now you can have biomes throughout all the y-axis, so that might be a very big hint that they're going to plan on updating caves. Also in the Nether, there's a new mob, the Piglin Beast, which is kind of weird. It's kind of like the Pillager Beast, but of the Nether, and it's pretty unexpected, but I guess it'll work. Also, the name is still up for suggestions, so you can vote here. New mob, Piglins. They're kind of a different type of zombie pigmen, and also zombie pigmen have been renamed to zombified piglins. So the way these guys will work is they'll have a bartering system, kind of like villager trading, but not really, just tossing items on the ground. And finally, a new block, the target block, which was, I think, rumored about a while ago during the 1.14 update stage. Not exactly sure, but I remember this being talked about. And it's exactly what you think. It emits a different redstone signal based on where you shoot it. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. This was the most boring Minecon that I've ever watched, whether it was one of the old ones where they had them in person and they live streamed them, or the primarily live stream ones. This was incredibly boring. Almost nothing new was introduced. Let's see. The winning biome is the mountains. Okay, fine. Minecraft Earth is incoming. We already knew that. We didn't get a release date. Minecraft Dungeons is coming. We got a trailer, but no release date. Minecraft Festival, okay. Minecraft Builders and Biomes, a board game, I don't think very interesting. Honey Block, that's pretty interesting, that's good, that's coming in the 1.15 update and is related to bees. Creator Tools, and that's mostly focused on Bedrock Edition and it kind of replaces modding for that. Realms Plus, another service they can charge for. Character Creator and Bedrock Capes, again, only for Bedrock, and Capes, only for Bedrock. The Nether update, that's okay, that's interesting, that was probably the biggest announcement out of the entire thing, but nobody saw it coming. New block, target blocks, okay, that's kind of a self-explanatory block, and that's it. There's really nothing else. And here, I just want to show you this clip here.
So you said this is part of the next update, which
Yes.
is...
Yeah, we're super excited to finally have a Nether update.
Ooh, the Nether update.
Did you hear that applause? You hear that applause? There was none. There was no applause. It was very delayed, and I don't think anyone really saw it coming, and no one was excited. Really, no one was excited at all. And sure, it's a great update, but let me just search something right now. Does any of this look familiar at all? And even bees. Biomes of Plenty had bees. They have honeycomb blocks. They have honey. They also have biomes in the Nether. This seems very, very similar to modded Minecraft, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but Minecraft is looking a lot like the Biomes of Plenty mod a lot recently. Especially with this Nether update, it gave me some serious reminders of when I used to play Biomes of Plenty. Yeah, I just don't know where Minecraft's going, and I'm not scared, I'm just cautious. I think this kid's face right here pretty much describes what all of the Minecraft community thought when they announced the Nether update. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We also wanted to make sure that there's more things to explore, and more things to find and more things to do. So we wanted to introduce biomes to the Nether.
And I really agree with this because I think Minecraft needs to update the parts where it's not very actively used. So we're all asking for cave updates because we use that a lot. We go into caves to get resources. But what I think we don't go to a lot is the Nether. We only use it for transporting in the overworld, like how it multiplies the distance by 8 blocks, and maybe to get wither skeleton skulls, but that's really all players go to the Nether for. So I think maybe they're trying to come up with a new strategy to update the least used parts of Minecraft so that everything is at kind of the same level before they start updating the more used features. And if that's what they're doing, if they're trying to update all the boring parts of Minecraft to get it on the same level, maybe that's a good thing, but I think an unfortunate side effect of that was that this Minecon was not very interesting at all. I was fortunate to have a friend with me watching the whole 3 hours of it, but I mean, why even watch this Minecon? In past years when I wasn't able to catch the live show, I watched it back, and it was very interesting, but this time, I can just read this and say, scroll, 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 oh look, a Nether update. Here, capes? Wait, they're having capes for Minecon? Oh wait, it's just for Bedrock Edition. And everything at Minecon 2019 was pretty much like that. It was a bunch of tiny, tiny new information about things we already knew about. Nothing really new. And if that's to keep the mystery, or if it was just because that's all they have, then I guess we'll just find out. But I don't know, this Minecon wasn't really anything special. It was a huge disappointment because it was the 10th anniversary of Minecraft a couple months ago, and that's a big deal for a game. Most games don't remain relevant for that long. And they mentioned that throughout the show, and they had a montage of all the updates, but I mean, this Minecon really is not worth watching. And if you disagree with me, please tell me in the comments below, because I'd be interested to hear your standpoint on this. But for me, it wasn't very interesting, nothing really new except for the Nether.